Have you ever been sitting in a quiet room, perhaps watching the evening news or sipping your morning coffee, when a chilling wave of fear washes over you? Your heart starts to pound a frantic rhythm against your ribs, a lump forms in your throat, and your hands begin to tremble. The world around you is calm, but inside, a silent alarm is screaming. It's an invisible cage of dread that has stolen your joy, your independence, and your sense of peace. For many older adults, this feeling is not an isolated event. It's a terrifying reality that makes them feel isolated and alone. I've heard stories of people giving up their hobbies, their social lives, and even their ability to drive, all because of this constant, unpredictable fear. My name is Dr. Esteban Ramirez. For over 40 years, I've had the honor of serving over 60,000 patients. And in my long career, I've learned that true health is about more than just treating symptoms. When I was a young doctor, we were taught to look for physical ailments. But as I've grown older, I've realized the profound, undeniable connection between our mind and our body. And the bridge between them is something we do without thinking, over 20,000 times a day. We breathe. What if I told you that the way you're breathing might be a secret trigger for your anxiety? What if a few small changes could give you back your peace of mind and your freedom? In this video, I will share the 3 most common breathing mistakes I've seen in my practice, backed by decades of observation. More importantly, I will give you the precise step-by-step instructions to correct them. By the end of this video, you will have a powerful, natural tool to combat anxiety. I want to tell you about a patient of mine, a remarkable woman named Mrs. Helen. When she came to me at age 75, her anxiety had taken over her life. She was a widow who lived alone, and her 2 children lived in different states. She used to love gardening and hosting her friends for tea, but the anxiety had stolen all of that. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like I'm always on the verge of a cliff, and the slightest thing, a ringing phone, a knock on the door, pushes me closer to the edge." What broke my heart was when she told me she had started avoiding phone calls from her children because the adrenaline rush of answering the phone would sometimes trigger a full-blown panic attack. She was isolating herself, not because she wanted to, but because her own body was working against her. After a thorough examination, I found no physical reason for her panic. Her heart was strong, her lungs were clear, but I noticed that her breathing was shallow and rapid, especially when she spoke of her fears. Her body was stuck in a state of high alert. I taught her a simple breathing technique, a practice to slow down her breath and reconnect her mind and body. The first few weeks were a struggle. She would call me, frustrated, saying, "I just can't remember to do it, doctor." I encouraged her to be patient with herself, to simply try again. After a month, something changed. She came to her appointment with a radiant smile. She said, "I finally got it, doctor." My grandchildren called, and I felt myself getting tense, so I stopped. I put my hand on my stomach and I just breathed. For the first time in years, I had a conversation without feeling like I was going to pass out. Mrs. Helen found a tool to take back control of her life. She started visiting her garden again, and a few months later, she was proudly showing me pictures of her grandchildren, who she now spoke to regularly. The simple act of breathing had restored her connection to the world and to herself. The story of Mrs. Helen reminds us that we are not helpless in the face of anxiety. We have a powerful, natural tool right inside of us, ready to be used. Let's get into the 3 most common breathing mistakes and how you can fix them. The first mistake is what I call fast, shallow chest breathing. When we feel threatened or stressed, our bodies automatically shift into fight or flight mode. This causes us to take quick, shallow breaths from our chest. The problem is, many people get stuck in this pattern even when there's no real danger. This is a crucial finding we've come to understand in my practice. Shallow breathing keeps your body's emergency system activated, preventing your calm system from turning on. Think of it like this. Your body has a brake pedal, and it's called the vagus nerve. Shallow breathing keeps your foot off that brake, letting your stress hormones like cortisol run rampant. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association once showed that people with anxiety have cortisol levels up to 50% higher than those with healthy breathing patterns. The solution is to retrain yourself to breathe from your diaphragm, your belly. It's a simple exercise, but it takes conscious effort. Find a comfortable chair and place one hand on your upper chest and the other on your stomach, just below your ribs. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4. As you do, feel your stomach push your hand outward. Your chest should remain still. Hold that breath for a count of 2. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. The key here is to feel your belly fall inward as the air leaves your body. This conscious deep breathing directly stimulates your vagus nerve, sending a calming signal to your brain and telling your body it's safe. I recommend doing this exercise for 5 minutes, 3 times a day. The second mistake is unconscious breath holding. This is the silent saboteur that many people don't even realize they're doing. It happens when you're hyper-focused on a task, trying to thread a needle, concentrating on balancing your checkbook, or even getting ready to stand up from a chair. You hold your breath, and then you take a sudden, sharp gasp. In my career, I've seen countless patients experience sudden waves of dizziness or a racing heart, only to realize they were holding their breath. Here's what's happening. When you hold your breath, carbon dioxide builds up in your blood. When you finally release it with that gasp, the sudden rush of air throws your body's chemistry out of whack. This sudden shift triggers a biological alarm in your brain, causing a feeling of panic and anxiety. It's a quick internal cycle that can make you feel out of control. The fix for this is to practice mindful breathing cues. My advice is to place small reminders around your home. A sticky note on your bathroom mirror that says, "Breathe." A simple note on your alarm clock. The goal is to train yourself to take a deep, conscious breath every time you see one of these cues. You can also anchor your breathing to daily tasks. Inhale as you pick up your coffee cup, and exhale as you set it down. Over time, you'll replace the habit of holding your breath with the habit of mindful, calming breaths. The third mistake is hyperventilation, or overbreathing. This is often the most frightening mistake because it can make you feel like you're having a medical emergency. During moments of intense anxiety, your body panics and tells you to breathe faster, believing it needs more oxygen. But you're actually exhaling too much carbon dioxide. This causes an imbalance in your blood's acid-base pH, a delicate balance that your body works hard to maintain. When this balance is disrupted, it causes physical symptoms like tingling in your hands, numbness, muscle cramps, and lightheadedness. These very real physical sensations can easily be mistaken for a heart attack, which, of course, makes the anxiety even worse, creating a terrible spiral of fear. The solution here is to use a 1-to-2 breathing ratio to actively slow down and rebalance your system. Inhale through your nose for a count of 3. Then, and this is the most critical part, exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. By making your exhale twice as long as your inhale, you're forcing your body to retain just enough carbon dioxide to bring that acid-base balance back to normal. This simple technique is remarkably effective at calming the nervous system and can stop a panic attack in its tracks. Let's quickly review the 3 mistakes and their simple fixes. The first mistake is shallow chest breathing. The fix is diaphragmatic breathing to fully oxygenate your body and activate the vagus nerve. The second mistake is unconscious breath holding. The fix is to practice mindful breathing cues throughout your day. And the third mistake is hyperventilation. The fix is to use a 1-to-2 breathing ratio to rebalance your body's chemistry. Remember, you are not alone in this, and you are not helpless. Your breath is the one tool that is always with you, always ready to help. It's the most powerful, most personal source of calm you can tap into. Don't let fear take one more day from you. I want you to make a promise to yourself right now that you will start using this tool. If this video has resonated with you, I want you to leave a comment below with the words, "I choose to breathe." It's not just a comment, it's a commitment to yourself and a step towards a more peaceful life. Please subscribe to this channel for more simple wisdom and share this video with anyone you know who might be struggling. Thank you for listening and for choosing to take this step for your health. I wish you all the joy, peace, and independence that you deserve. Take care of your breath, and it will take care of you. I'll see you in the next video.